Hi friends, welcome to my channel. Love you guys. Thanks for coming on over today and seeing what I'm doing in my craft room. I'm going to work more in my black and white and whatever this is going to be book. I'm thinking I've got an idea, but I'll save it just in case it doesn't work out. But I've got a couple pages in here that I've been pondering. So I thought I'd work on them and show you what I've got going on here. So I found a napkin. These are Dollar Tree, and it's one of those napkins where only the center has print on it, but I think it'll go good here. And then what was left of the napkin, because I'm going to use this right here. So what was left of the napkin were these strips of, you know, the leftover tissue. Where did my tissue bag go? This whole skinny strip. Because you tear apart the layer, right? And then you have what's left of it, right? So I took that and I wanted to do some fun stuff on this page because I wrote a quote on here. It says, "Have patience with everything that remains unsolved in your heart. Live in the question." And the quote is from Rainier Maria Rilke. I don't know who that is, but I got the quote from Tracy Verdugo, and she had it in something that she made, and I loved it because there's moments where I just don't know what I'm going to create. There's moments when I don't know what I'm going to eat on any given day because I've got some restrictions right now. There's just and my purpose in life, you know, my calling, if you will. I'm a creative, but there's some days when I'm not creative. And I talked about that a couple videos ago, you know, just being in a slump and having very little energy. So this little quote, you know, being okay in the question. So working on that, having patience with myself as well. But I wanted to accent this right here a little better with some stamped images that were these in different colors that coordinate with the green and the pink that I have on here. Just a little bit, just a shadow of green and pink. So I thought I'd add those. And the stamps that I'm using on here that were these, I made these just out of cardboard and and Dollar Tree foam, you know, the really thin foam sheets. So, you know, there you go. You can see a little better. Yeah, these were really fun to make. And if you've just got scraps of cardboard and that foam, really easy and totally fun. So I made those, and I want to add some on here in different places just to colorize that a little bit. So, but first I want to glue this part down, and this was just from an Asian book of art, and I thought that went well together. So it's just 3 elements, and I have the yellow still peeking through, and I wanted that to show. So that's why I chose a napkin. Okay, so I'm just gonna glue crazily here. I don't want the new one yet. I still have some in here. So, yeah, my knee was bothering me a little while ago, the other day, and I took this out into the living room to sit in my recliner. Took a basket of my stuff out there so I could work on this book while I was sitting with my leg raised. And this is what became of that little session. Also watching football with my husband. So that was fun. And I just felt like writing things. And this is a good book to have quotes in too. Okay, so that goes there. And let me think here. Do I want to use the Fabri-Tac because this is thicker? That's a good idea. Let's go with that. So yeah, some of these pages are complicated and some are quite simple. Some went together easily, others were like complicated for me. But sometimes I don't always feel like writing because I tend to get it's all consuming for me. And but this was a fun quote, and it's like I want to really put this in here. I've had moments of uncertainty and identity questions lately. So being okay in the moment without an answer, you know, to be content without certainty. Yeah, that's where I have to go sometimes. And it's not always easy. It is not easy. And I can really spiral myself down into a really blah mood. But I have to remember, I've got people around me who love me. I've got a new grandbaby who's adorable. And there's just lots of good in the world. I really have to think about that kind of stuff. What I am doing is taking my reservoir water brush thing, and just making it so I can tear around it very carefully without having to cut. And it doesn't really matter because this kind of, you'll see it sort of disappears, not completely. But see, I'll have this so I can still see what's underneath. I like that. Maybe a little more off. Won't that be fun? And let's move that over there and get these other ones out. And you can tell I stamped on this side, but the other side's just as cool. So if I want a mirror image like I want it here, because this is how the stamp goes, you know, if I stamp it like that, that's how it goes. So I wanted so like that. So it's opposite. I want it opposite to go the other direction. So you just, on tissue paper, this works. And napkins like this. Also tracing paper, it would work as well. That way you can have a mirror image. And yeah, that's what's fun about these stamps and mixed media. You just experiment with things and you find out what works and what doesn't work. And the ink that I used, Distressed Ink Bundled Sage, and then Worn Lipstick. And this is the Distress Oxide. So if I got these things wet, they would totally drip and ooze and bleed, but I'm not going to get them wet.
Corner, dreaming about life out there. I'll find it somewhere. I hate if you called me, but I guess that I wish you would. I'm feeling like I should. Drive home. World in my rearview mirror. and look at the surfer boy. Oh, easy to enjoy.
Just gone through with some watercolor pens or even some water markers. Something like that would have also given me the same kind of effect. But I just liked using this tissue paper too, this leftover napkin part, because it's a scrap and it's one less thing I gotta throw away. I keep all those scraps anyway in this bag. I have a bag full of those leftovers from all those napkins you rip apart. You know, you have the different layers. So, and they're good for wiping off glue. They're good for, you know, blowing your nose, you know, wiping off your fingers. So, okay, so there's two fun things. And this might need a quote because it's just got, I mean, this space right here. I could see a quote of some sort right there. And who knows what I'll come up with. But yeah, so there's two easy things that I did on this page. All right, you guys, that's it for today. Thanks again for coming on over. Love you guys. And maybe this gave you an idea of what you can do. Hope everybody's having a great day today and is finding a chance to be creative somehow and figuring out what your intrinsic values are. So I will see you in the next video. And until then, take care and God bless. Bye-bye.